Hello everybody, my name is Eduardo Paznato Sais and welcome to the first and last episode of probably the worst book podcast you'll ever listen to in your life. Today I'm going to be telling you about two books in one! No really, I'm not even joking, it's a 2-in-1 deal of a book. Our story begins, I should probably tell you the name first. It's called The Never-Ending Story. Can you tell how long it is? Anyways, our story begins not with a mystical world or anything fancy like that. Well, there's one thing fancy like that, the font. The book begins with this fancy and honestly hard to read font that you will soon find will be the one singular differentiator between story and real life. But you see, the story begins with our main character, Bastian Balthazar Bucks, who is not only late for school, but also drenched in rainwater due to the fact that it's pouring outside. On the way to school, Bastian stops in a small bookstore to dry himself, only to find that there's an old man reading a book inside, a very interesting book, lined with copper wire and labeled The Never-Ending Story, well, copper-colored wire, whatever. Once Bastian can, he quickly steals the books and makes a run for it. The old man is never seen again in the story, but they actually does show up again. We're not gonna talk about that. Soon enough, Bastian is hitting the school attic thinking that everyone will be better off without him, and begins reading the book. That's when the fancy font changes to a normal, more readable font that is used for the book itself. Now, well, actually not the book, but like the fantasy world, whatever. Now we follow Bastian reading a book about a boy, a green boy, named Atreyu, who goes on an epic quest to find a human, to give another name to the Empress of Fantastica, the childlike Empress, and to stop the nothing caused by the lies of mankind from consuming all of Fantastica whole. It's hinted throughout the book, well, not hinted at all, it specifically said that Bastian has direct impact on the story while reading it. The second half of the book takes place once once Bastian is sucked into the book and gives the childlike Empress a new name, the Moonchild. Horrible name, I know. Once Bastian gives Moonchild her new name, she gives him full control of the now destroyed Fantastica and then disappears, leaving Bastian as the new Emperor of Fantastica, being able to change literally everything they want by simply wishing for it. But little does Bastian know, these wishes come with a price, his memories. The more he wishes, the more he forgets about his life outside of Fantastica, and eventually becomes a tyrannical ruler of Fantastica and loses his only friends, Atreyu and Falkor. Eventually, once he finds out that if he runs out of memories, he'll become just like the humans who came before him, a mindless fool within the city of past emperors. And so it sets off with what memories he has left to leave Fantastica, accidentally wishing more as he goes along. Eventually he finds the House of Change. That is a house constantly changing in appearance. It's apparently a sentient being, and a stubborn one at that, and inhabited by a flower woman. She grows fruit out of her hat/head, that thing that's apparently constantly more delicious than the last. When she grows sad, she withers and dies and creates another version of herself. She nurtures Bastian for a bit like his mother, even though she isn't, as the House of Change slowly changes him. Eventually, Bastian has to leave the house, and when he does so, it's winter. Keep in mind, it's been summer up until then. Like literally just the day before. He wanders for a bit before finding this stone golem guy that digs up forgotten dreams that are literally the base in which Fantastica is built off of, like physically. It's like the stone bedrock. But these dreams, they're extremely thin and fragile. So much so that even the slightest sound can destroy them. Bastion is told that he needs to forget everything, even his name, to get out of Fantastica, but bring a memory, forgotten dream, with him if he wants to leave, and so he helps the golem guy dig up memories until he digs up one of his own. The feelings of the memory evoked made him forget his own name. In fact, the book only refers to him as the boy without a name or something along those lines. For as long as he did forget his own name, he leaves with his memory/forgotten dream. Well, not forgotten. Eventually, some stupid butterflies he created earlier found him and created a whole lot of noise. But by the time they were scared off by Falkor, the memory was turned into a pile of dust. Upon seeing Atreyu and Falkor, Bastion took off his Auren that was given to him by the childlike Empress, and the three were teleported inside of it. Inside Auren, there were two snakes, one eating each other, just like Auren in the book's cover shows. In the middle, the fountain that Bastion was looking for. The black snake, well, not the black snake, the fountain basically tells him that if he wants to return to the real world, he has to let go of everything that is Fantastican, including his new appearance, his memories, no, well, not one of memories, his appearance, his clothes, his items, everything. And as he approaches the fountain through the archway that the black snake made, he slowly just becomes the naked boy that he was. Well, not the naked boy. The boy that he was before he entered Fantastica, except naked because he had Fantastican clothes. And then when he drank the water from the fountain, he regained all his memories. Problem is, the only way that the white snake is going to lift its head up and turn into a doorway is if Bastion has finished all his stories within Fantastica. But since he has finished literally none of them, he is stuck there. But Atreyu and Falkor vow to fix them up for him, which allows him to leave Fantastica and go back to his family. Turns out he was only out for like the weekend or something. And when he comes back, he tells his father about the whole incident, who for some goddamn mystical reason actually believes him. And then, feeling guilty, Bastion decides to go say sorry to the old man from the beginning of the story. Yeah, remember him? Yeah, me neither. For stealing his book. But turns out the man doesn't remember it. Only one told of like what the book is and shit like that. I'm sorry. What the book is and stuff like that. And then the book ends. Yeah, it's sorta sudden. That's the story. That's the never-ending story. It took me so much time to finish that stupid book because it was so ungodly long. It overstayed its welcome so much. I'd only recommend it if you love reading, because otherwise, don't even bother. You're never gonna finish it. Well, that was it. I hope you enjoyed it. You probably did not. Either way, I'll see you never. Goodbye.